Yo guys, what's up? It's Isaac with the GT Event Group, and today I'm chilling with my sales manager, Andrew.
What up?
Hey, so today I thought it'd be a great idea to talk about this client that called us with a $600 budget, which is a multi-million-dollar company, by the way, for their holiday party, I believe. Holiday party?
Yeah, holiday party.
Got it. And how we took this $600 client and you ended up sending them out an agreement for how much?
$1710.
$1710.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, so I figured that I kind of sit with Andrew and kind of talk about the process that we took in order to build value with this client. So let's start from the beginning. How did this client hear about us?
Google.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
So they were looking up online. What I was told was DJing was getting so expensive that they decided to look around. So online they found us and ended up having a conversation with them.
Got it.
Yes.
Did you ever ask them why they called us?
I did. I asked them, what, not what was wrong with their previous DJ, but why didn't they move forward again? Wasn't very specific at first.
Mm-hmm.
They just said they were open to go a different direction.
I remember us being super busy.
Yeah.
And you just saying, hey, Dad, this company, as soon as you said this company, my eyes lit up because it's like, man, I'd love to be associated with their events.
Yeah.
And then you also said something along the lines of like $600 budget, and I was like, excuse me, what?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was pretty crazy. So original inquiry, the week of, we get in contact. She's looking around, the usual getting quotes together.
Okay.
So I send them more information. I give them a very detailed list of just things that corporate clients usually look for.
Mm-hmm.
I also gave a list of other corporate clients that have used us in the past and why. Send all the information their way.
Okay.
And so we were in contact for a couple of weeks, mainly because I think the higher up or VP was out on trips throughout those weeks.
Okay.
So we reconvened probably about 2 or 3 weeks from our initial contact.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, hey, this isn't going to work. You guys are way over our budget. And she sounded disappointed because of our professionalism so far. But ultimately, she said that who she spoke with, the VP, was pretty shocked about our pricing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, where were we hoping to be at? Because up until this point, they have yet to give me an actual number. Okay. And that's when I got the $600. And I said, do you know how she came across that number?
Yeah.
I didn't get a firm answer. It was kind of hard getting information from this particular client. So we're talking about it, and I say, well, look, November, very busy, extremely busy, for those of you that don't know. I would love to try and develop a relationship through this event. Let me speak with the owner. Best case scenario, we might be able to help you out. Worst case scenario, we can't, but at least I could try.
Right.
She loved the idea. Okay. And a lot had to do with, again, the professionalism, the experience she's had so far.
Mm-hmm.
So that led me to reach out to you. Hey, this is what's going on. This is the budget that they have. I already kind of had an idea that you might want to meet with them. So I planted that seed.
You planted the seed
Yes.
that I may want to meet with them.
Yes.
Was it weird, or was it like, oh yeah, for sure? Or
It was
what was their attitude?
super nonchalant.
So you tell her like, I'll see what I can do, but
Yeah.
we might want to meet with you guys.
Yes.
How was she when you threw that line out there?
She was a little confused.
Okay,
She
cool.
was a little confused. She wanted to know exactly why.
Okay,
And
so how did the phone call end?
the phone call ended. She was totally for it.
Okay,
Yeah. But she was confused for that reason.
okay,
Why don't you want to talk with just me?
right.
She's not the decision maker.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you hang up the phone.
Yeah.
What do you do next?
Okay. Go to you. Let you know what's going on.
Yeah.
You suggested a meeting, which is exactly what I predicted.
Okay, cool.
Reach back out to her.
And just to be clarified, you come to the meeting and say, hey, we got this event,
Yeah.
this company, but it's $600.
You look at me like, what? No, I'm just
Yeah, no. I don't remember. Was that phone call? Was it a phone call? Were we in person when you told me? I don't remember.
We were talking.
Okay.
You were working on something completely different.
Uh-huh.
I just had to let you know, hey, this is what we got going on.
Okay, cool.
This is who they are.
Okay.
Might be worth at least looking into.
Right.
You said set it up.
Cool.
Yeah.
So but what exactly did I tell you? Guys, if you're watching this and you're in the industry, you have to take notes on what I just did to build the value in what we do. So again, take notes. Did I agree to go ahead and move forward and take this event for X amount or $600?
You did.
I did.
Yes. I called them back.
Uh-huh.
I let them know, hey, we can't accommodate your budget if we're able to meet with you, the decision maker, and anyone else involved.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we had that conversation. They're all for it.
Mm-hmm.
She said she'll get back to me on a day. Calls me back the next day, and ended up meeting, Tuesday afternoon? Tuesday at noon.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so earlier this week.
It was very cool.
Yes.
So anyways, now we bring them in, right?
Yeah.
And for you guys watching, I want to let you know that the entire time we had planned for Andrew to kind of walk them through a somewhat made up presentation for that specific client to really build value for our industry. So they come in here and meet with us.
Yeah.
And we have the CEO and her assistant.
Yeah.
And I can just tell the CEO is not really caring to be there. It's apparent. She's not mean.
Yeah.
She's just like, okay, what are you doing? Why am I here?
Just a DJ.
Yeah. I'm just here meeting with a DJ.
Yeah. It was pretty interesting to see. I felt the same exact way you did when she came in. The being on the phone, her assistant doing more of the talking. I was like, okay, I'm pretty glad you're here because I don't know if I could handle everything and get the same result if it was just me.
Right.
Yeah. So I think where things really took a turn was, so she tells us she's a friend of a DJ who has a reputable brand already in Fresno.
Right.
And you kind of cut everything off. You say, whoa, wait a minute. The reason why I said we can accommodate your budget was in hopes of a relationship in the future.
Right.
And
actually, do you remember my specific words?
I wish I did.
Okay. This was my specific words.
Yeah.
The reason why I was willing to meet your budget and take a loss, so I planted a seed, a loss. At $600, I needed her to know that I was losing money as a company, was to gain their, to build a partnership with them and hopefully get their future events. That's why I was willing to do this at $600. So when she told me this friend that they normally use could not accommodate this year's date because they had to change the date for whatever reason, I automatically assumed that the following years to come, they're just going to revert back to their original person that they've been using.
Yeah.
Which then was no longer, their event was no longer something that I really wanted to do at $600.
Right.
So anyways, the $600, me saying yes, what was definitely a leader to get her in. Now, also, guys, I want to let you guys know, here at our company, we have different tier levels of talent at different price points. We have 17 DJs on staff. We did create our own student program. So we have student DJs. We have really what kind of created the brand name. And then we have our high-end DJs and the super high-end DJs. So we got the tier levels. So at $600, it makes sense for me, someone like me, to go ahead and go ahead and take their event. One, if I could build a partnership. Two, the other thing I get to do is I could send out one of my younger DJs and help them gain more experience at being at an event like theirs. So for me, it was kind of a win-win if I could build a partnership and give one of my newer DJs experience.
Right.
So I just want them to know that out there.
Okay.
So here the CEO tells me, $600 was my budget. We normally use someone, and I pretty much stopped and I said, whoa. We can't do it. You remember what happens next? Or not that we can't do it, but my hopes in meeting you guys was to build a future relationship and partnership where you're going to want to come back and use us.
I feel like it was at that moment where we got her attention.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, we were actually speaking with her now.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was her attention.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys charge?
Yeah.
So I guess our rates were never presented to her. The way she said it made it sound like she never... Did you send her a price list?
I sent them our price list.
Or did you just send them...
Oh, I sent it to her assistant.
But they had a full price list of the different tier levels of town and stuff?
Exactly.
Okay.
Full breakdown, everything.
Got it. So she never looked at it, obviously.
Yeah.
So we throw it up on a big screen. She turns around, she looks at these prices, and now she's asking herself, well, wait a minute. What's the difference between the introductory DJ, the excellence DJ, and the elite DJ? And guys... This is where we start building value. This is where we start changing her mindset. Now, mind you, I want to let you guys know out there, I was a little upset when Andrew told me that this company's budget was $600, knowing how much they generate, thinking to myself, why would you skimp out on what I do for a living? But when she was telling me about these other past experiences with entertainment, they dropped the ball. So much so that her perception of how valuable a DJ is was almost gone. She was describing what kind of event this was going to be. It sounded like it was going to be very beautiful and very grand. So much so when she was talking about the decor and the flower part of it, if I had to estimate, I didn't ask her how much she was going to spend on just the floral side. I almost felt, and I feel like I'm kind of on the low side here, about $2,000, $2,500.
I was thinking the same thing.
Just on the flowers.
Yeah.
But she wants to spend $600 on the DJ. Now that kind of makes me upset at first, but after understanding, hey, we hired this DJ, we've been doing these events for the past. These guys, they were not extremely good at what they do. And because of that, they kind of hurt the value of what great quality entertainment actually brings to an event. Would you agree?
Yeah. It's the not knowing.
Right.
It's the not
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Which I believe she brought it, right? So now she's seeing our introductory DJs, she's seeing our excellent DJ pricing and our elite DJ pricing, and now we're able to show her, or actually talk to her about the difference.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then after I talked to her about the difference, what did she say? Do you remember?
Well, what DJ are we getting with the $600?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember what I told her?
So the introductory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't want the cheaper DJ.
Yeah.
Great. I don't want to send you the cheaper DJ. Shit. Excuse my language. But if I'm throwing a party like you're throwing, throw a party with beautiful and amazing, I'm going after the higher end entertainment because I know the difference.
Yeah.
So, anyways, if you guys are thinking out there like, okay, Isaac, if you're trying to build a partnership, why would you send one of your cheaper DJs to someone that really kind of has it going on? Well, the reason is because I have a lot of faith that those DJs will perform probably a little bit better than what they're expecting or what they've had in the past. And I needed her to understand that. And the way that we taught her or showed her that is bringing her in the studio, and then we ended up mixing for her, right?
Yep. Yes.
And we did that after asking, who's going to be in attendance? Tell me about the walk of life, the average age, all these different questions. And once you gathered that information, we took her to the studio, and you started spinning.
Yes. Yes.
Now, were you paying attention to the look on her face when you actually started performing?
I probably should have been paying attention a little bit better. I was kind of concentrating on making sure my mixing was on point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it.
I kind of let you handle that part. Why don't you tell me what it looked like?
Oh, you can see like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we want this.
Okay. Okay.
Cool. And it needed that.
I could hear them. I could hear the
Right.
assistant go, oh, and have it kind of click with her.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it. And so when he gets done, and I can see that they're like, oh yeah, I want this. We need this at our event. Cool. I want you to have it, but you need to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the difference. Between someone getting someone super skilled and knowing what they're doing, and someone who is, kind of subpar, or someone who's learning. So, anyways, you fast forward, right, and now she's kind of.
Now she's pondering between the two.
Yeah. Not the lower one. Now she's telling herself, well, I don't want a cheap one.
Yeah.
And I straight up told her, and I don't want to send you one of our cheap guys. And if I were you, and with the event that you're looking at throw, I would go the other two. But hey, if you have a budget to meet, I'm still discounting big. And then what she asked me? Do you remember what she asked? Are you willing to give me the same discount or the same percentage of discount on your other DJs as your introductory DJ? You remember what I told her?
I don't.
I told her no, because I don't need to. I need these guys to gain experience.
Yeah.
These guys got plenty of experience. These guys are phenomenal at what they do.
You really told her I don't need to?
Yeah, I told her I don't need to.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We did. I don't need to.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean it in any disrespect.
Right.
You know? And I followed that up. So I was very smart in how I did it. I also followed that up with, like, you going with my newer guys creates a win-win scenario for the both of them.
Right.
So that's how I followed that up.
Yeah.
You know, whereas you going with my more experienced guys don't really need to do that.
Right.
You know, we'll book them out anyways. And I hope it is with you guys.
Yeah.
But if it's not, that's okay. This way it creates a win-win scenario. You're paying what you want to pay, and my guys are able to get experience at your event.
Right.
And I remember, and I also followed that up with, I was like, another thing you need to know is when you go with our introductory guys, they require a little bit more guidance. You know, they're going to ask you more so about music and who's going to be there. There's going to be about 200 questions because they want to make sure they're dialed in and they do a great job. Whereas you take one of our older, more experienced DJs, they'll ask you 2-3 questions, and they're so experienced that they can maneuver on the fly at the event to create what it is that they were looking to create.
I think she even asked for some examples too.
Uh-huh.
It was crazy.
She did.
Yeah.
And I gave her a few examples of the guys messing up.
Yeah.
And I always talk about the guys messing up, and it's not to make them scared. I just want to make sure that I set a clear expectation of, like, I don't need your $600. I want your $600, and I'm very grateful for the business, but I am only doing this because it creates a win-win scenario. Me and you will do business together. Hopefully we'll do more business again in the future. And again, this DJ gets to gain some experience.
Right. Yeah.
So, anyways, they see this, everyone loving each other. Oh my gosh, this is so great. What does she say?
Send over an agreement with the excellence level. So
we're no longer price of what?
17. And actually, they want an extra hour now. So recently, it's bumped up to 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm 19.
Yeah, got it. Cool.
So I went from $600 to $1,900.
Dang, about $1,300.
Yes.
So check this out, guys. I care about our industry. So I wanted to create a video to show you guys how I built value with this person who was interested in our services, you know, when she was completely closed off to the idea of spending $1,500. Realistically, her budget that she set, in my opinion, was the industry's fault. It wasn't her fault. Hell, she was willing to spend, thousands on flowers. But
it was a lack of knowing.
Yeah.
Lack of knowing.
And because we took the time and we created within a company means to go ahead and a reason to be able to facilitate people's events when they don't have maybe the greatest of budgets, it gives us a way in to talk with them and actually build value for not only us, but there's some amazing DJs out there. There's some great companies here in the Valley that, our prices are kind of similar in some ways.
Yeah.
And I just hope at the end of the day, now she realizes that if they maybe don't even use us, they go to another company. Yeah. And the other company gives them a quote that's kind of close to ours. Now I think I made it easier for them to actually close that deal if they sense that professionalism. Like, now I understand what real entertainment is.
You know what's kind of cool about that is you can kind of feel it towards the end of the meeting. Whereas the beginning, that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Even the little things like, hey, let's just say we move forward with you. Do we have to 1099? That's what she asked.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. No, the corporate.
Oh, yeah. That's what she did. She was like, oh, you guys are a corporation.
Makes things easier for us.
Right. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. Little questions like that. The attitude totally changed towards the end.
Hey, guys, when I told the decision maker, I think one of the biggest, when I first got her eyebrow raised, it was when I said, That's when I said something along the lines of, that is why I'm willing to lose money.
Yes.
I think that's where it's like, well,
yeah.
What do you mean? Well, let me kind of break this down. You know, most businesses operate at renting the equipment out at 10%. So if I bring in $6,000 with equipment to your event, that alone is $600. Plus I got to pay my talent. Now I got to pay my talent to be there. Plus we got to do everything legally and right at another 22%. These are the taxes and the workers' comp and all the other crap that we got to pay for on top of that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, you want someone for 6 hours? You realize my staff member is going to be there an hour and a half before your event to make sure he's prepared to play before people ever arrive. And then on top of that, before ever coming to your spot, they had to be at our warehouse to get the gear to be at your spot an hour and a half. So your 6-hour event is really a 9.5-hour event, or someone being on the clock for 9.5 hours. 9.5 hours. And since we live in this wonderful state of California, and they're so big on people clocking in and clocking out, now I have to pay them. Now we're into overtime. So
what you just said, I wish more DJs thought like that.
Yeah.
Because you're right. The entertainment world failed her in this case.
Most definitely.
And imagine how many other corporate clients we actually fail.
Right.
What you don't know, you don't know.
And I guarantee you, have you talked to him? Have you get the event yet?
No, I haven't talked to them.
You haven't followed up?
I haven't followed up.
Ooh, for my real salespeople out there, this meeting happened on Tuesday. You hasn't followed up yet.
I did yesterday.
Okay.
I did yesterday, but I didn't follow up today.
So you know what I would have done? I've been waiting to tell you this on camera.
Yes.
So, we go live on Twitch every Wednesday for Lunchbox Make That Nude.
Yeah, I let her know. And she...
Did you send her a reminder yesterday morning before?
No,
She was really big on like, oh, you guys are going live, I want to see it.
Like 30 minutes before, she sent an email, probably 5 minutes after, way ahead of you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did have some communication.
We had that follow-up, but not directly regarding the agreement.
Do you know if she tuned in?
She did it.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So she got to see one of our introductory DJs. I bet you she's telling herself like, damn, he was good.
Yeah.
I guarantee she's
like, I wonder what the excellence in lead DJs are actually.
Right.
Yeah.
So, guys, if you're watching this, I want to let you know, our vetting process and our training program, like, you got to be dope. Like, you can't just like, hey, here's some money. Can you teach me how to DJ? No. You got to work for us for 6 months because I don't even know if I want you around.
Yeah.
And then after 6 months, then it tells me like, oh, I really like this person. I think they have good charisma, great energy. They seem to be honest. They seem to be caring about others, not just themselves. And then it's like, cool. Yep, that is definitely the personality that I kind of want around us. So we'll take the time to actually train them to be to start becoming one of us.
Yeah. Actual training doesn't start until about, 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months. But that's another video.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, if you're tuning in, I hope this information was useful on how to build value when you have someone with a whack budget, And also, don't be upset with them. Hopefully you guys just learned that, as we mentioned, the other entertainers, actually I don't use that word, the other DJs, the guys who just play music, and they failed her so much where she don't value, what we do on our level.
Not until we talked with her.
Not until we talked to her.
Yeah.
And then the icing on the cake would have been when you actually showed her.
Yeah.
And we gave some examples, and that's when it was like, oh, yeah, maybe I've been shopping for entertainment wrong. And she's not the only one. Unfortunately, most people do.
Even if she doesn't move forward with this, she will be looking for a DJ. And I think she's going to be more involved next time.
But, so I got to tell you, I think she will move forward with this.
Yeah.
I do. Whether it's our introductory still.
Yeah.
Especially if they've seen Fernando Smith.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see like, damn, that guy was good.
Yeah.
So I think either way we're good.
But I think just it's a whole new perspective now.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's crazy.
And hopefully she moves up the ranks in the following years.
Yep.
So in this scenario, guys, no matter if we get that contract, we actually set the contract out, like he said, for 17 something, but either way, we're gonna get their business, and my gut tells me we're gonna get it with, now she is buying what she wants.
Yeah. I got a clear indicator of that because after I followed up about Switch is when she asked me to add on that additional hour.
Got
to
it.
the 1900.
And so check this out, guys. And for those of you guys who are now like kind of watching this, I think I've gotten questions in the past like, "Hey Isaac, do you negotiate? Do you just help out? If we work with the client's budget?" Yeah, the answer is it depends on the scenario and what's happening. So in this case, because I know that the budget is 1,600, now we're at 1,900. I may confirm that extra hour, but again, set the expectations, guys. I'm doing this because I want to build a relationship with you guys moving forward. And I know for sure if they use one of my hiring guys, they're going to be...
There's no going back.
Yeah, there's no going back. Like people say, like, "Oh man, you guys ruined entertainment for us."
Yeah.
And we get so many people will say, like, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But anyways. Roger, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Guys, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to ask. But other than that, we out.